Thanks for joining me today. I'm so excited to show you ruler work using my little machine and on the Cutie frame. I did get my Sew Steady ruler base, and I'm going to show you what that's all about. But thank you, Jeanette, Roxanne, you're solid watchers, and I really appreciate it. Karen, way to go. Let me first talk to you about ruler work. Ruler work is so much fun, and it really does give you nice design creation. If you haven't ever tried rulers, use them. I've just moved my handles from the back to the front of the carriage, so that's how I'm going to drive it across. Last week we had a lot of fun showing you lasers and using a laser and a pantograph. Amanda designed a really cute pantograph, a little flower, a continuous flower. So even if you're never going to use the laser, please go to that last week's and download that design, because it'd be a great one for you to learn and get that muscle memory going so that you can have another little design in your arsenal of designs and you can quilt it out. It'd be a fun one to practice till you make it perfect. But let me just show you again a little close-up of what we did last week, and this was my second row. I was moving back that direction on it, and it just turned out really cute and a lot of fun. So I wasn't a big fan of lasers, but I've done it several times now because I think they're a little more difficult to use than people think, because all the quilters out there in the quilter world are showing that lasers are the easiest way to do it. And really, they are. I'm telling you that it's not that hard if you get the right design and you try it. And it is a lot of fun, and you will enjoy it. So this is just another way for you to enjoy quilting and try something different and change it up. We all need a little change once in a while, and we all need to improve our techniques so we can find out what works well for us. So try the lasers, and this week we're trying the rulers and templates. Okay, let me show you what I got from Sew Steady. So when I went on the website, I ordered a ruler base, or they call it a table. And it's just an extension of your bed of your machine, and I'm going to show you what that is, what it looks like. I put my instructions over there, but I wanted to undo this and kind of pull this back and show you what it looks like. So I'm going to undo this clamp and this, and I'm going to pull this back so you can see what this looks like. So all it is, it's just an extension of the bed of the machine. And notice how it fits nice and smooth all the way around. Right here, let me move that out of the way, okay? And so really, you don't feel a little joint or where they meet right here, because they've custom made this to work specifically for this machine. So they know the measurements. And it comes without little legs. You put these little legs on, and they just sit down, and you can screw the little leveling feet down to sit on the base of your carriage. So that's what this looks like in and of itself, and it is solid. You can see that it's not going to tip or move on me, and now that it's connected, as I'm moving, I can hold my template in place and move around it with a quilt. So let me show you really quick what that looks like. So pretend I have my quilt on, and then I also purchased the ruler foot. So you're just going to hold it in place and just move around. So this is going to stay steady. That's why they call it Sew Steady. And you're going to move your machine across or around or inside your template, whatever you have. All right, that's the base of it. So let me put my fabric back on. Let me talk about the foot. This is a different foot than I was using last week. It's a ruler foot. Now, if you have a domestic machine, they ask you if you're going to be using a high shank or a low shank. And I suggest that so that you can upgrade and not have to reinvest in rulers is just to buy the high shank rulers. You can use the high shank rulers with your domestic machine, so you don't have to buy two sizes. The low shank rulers are about 1/8 of an inch or a 1/8 of an inch thick, and you cannot use those with a longer arm machine. So I'm saving you some money. By the high shank, you can use them with the small domestic machine, templates and rulers, and then you don't have to go out and repurchase a whole new set. Who wants to do that when you've already spent all that money on a nice set of rulers and moving up to a long arm? So I'm just making that suggestion that you purchase those high shank rulers and templates. All right, so now I've got my quilt set back up, and we're ready to talk about the templates. So I just moved my handles from the back to the front. I tightened my knob so it's going to stay nice and steady and in place, and you can adjust your handles whatever direction you want. So when we're using, and I'm going to have to stand, but I'm trying to show you what I'm doing, so I'm going to stand back so you can see how I'm moving it, and hopefully we can get some good angles and I won't look too funny. All right, here's the other thing I got. It shows you how to put the table on correctly. Make sure you read the instructions and follow them. And there's also some really nice accessories that you could also purchase to help your quilting. Who doesn't like to explore the world of quilting? I do. So check them out. Check out their website. I know that there's a link today to the So Steady website. And Westerly rulers. They're a combination. And here are the templates that I purchased with it. I purchased a little kit. It's called the Border Sampler Template Set. I thought that would be a lot of fun to explore and show you what's available out there. There are a lot of different templates for you to use to make your quilting more precise and accurate. And templates and rulers are a good way to enhance your quilting. If you don't feel like you're as comfortable with your free motion, try the rulers and templates first, and then explore the free motion. I don't want you to give up on any aspect of quilting, so try them all. All right, let's jump in. One of the things that I have learned as a quilter is to practice on paper first. And I'm a big proponent of you wasting paper, not fabrics, and your quilts. So let's practice first. And inside my little border kit, they sent these little strips. Now these are okay, but notice they're white in color and you can't see through them. And so if you put them on the back, they're a sticky non-slip grip to add to your rulers and templates, but they really do hide the lines on it. If you can see that, as I put them on, they're really going to kind of hide and inhibit the design for them. So I'm suggesting you buy true grips. See, these are clear, and as I put them on, they're not going to hide your lines so that you can see them more clearly and be able to define your areas better by using the true grips. This is why true grips were made, so to keep your rulers in place nice and steady and accurate. Now notice you get 15 little dots right here, and you have an outer dot, that's the larger one, and you have an inner dot, that's the smaller one. But you have all this little excess around it. Use every inch of your true grips. Don't just throw it away. You can cut these up and use them, and you really can't use them over and over and over again because they don't come off very well. But we want to keep these nice and stable, and sometimes it depends on the rulers. I really like to put the small ones right here on these little edges because they really grip very well in there. And as you use the foot and you come up to the edge right here, this is where we have a tendency to kind of slip. Right here in these corners, and it moves on us. So if you'll attach a little small dot for the true grips, it will keep you nice and steady so that you can actually have your hand right here and not have to move it up the ruler or template. Okay, so now talked about that, I'm going to move this out of the way. And I'm going to talk about the foot. I showed you that I had this foot on. When you put this foot on here, it asks you or tells you that you need to adjust the height over the fabric. Now this is different than if you have a long arm machine. We're telling you that when you're setting the foot height, to not do it on the fabric. But because this is a domestic machine and the needle isn't a part of the foot and they don't interact really together, you can set this foot up using it over the fabric. So read the instructions, but know that if it's a long arm machine and a domestic machine, they are two different ways of how you will put your ruler foot on. All right, and Paula Becker, she just says she put her jewelry grips on her new templates. Congratulations and way to go. Nice job. So let's talk about designs now and learning them. And I wanted to talk to you about my way of learning the designs. And what I like to do is I like to use a lot of paper and a pencil. It's not the same as the foot, but it does get that muscle memory going and you do learn a lot. So I'm just following my instructions to learn it, and then I'm going to deviate from them and see what I can create. So I'm using this little design right here because I really like, I call this like the Taj Mahal or a leaf design. I really like that. So we're going to come in from the top and we're going to start right here. And we're just going to go around and look, most of the time there's a little start point. We're going to come around. Now on some of these I've noticed that you start from the bottom and some of them you start from the top. And then you're just going to move across using your lines on your template to match it up. So I'm using this line here to put it right next to it, or I'm going to use this line here so it butts up right next to it and it's going to leave my foot, and then I'm just going to keep going and just play. Now on most of you'll find that as you're moving, you can try this line right here. I'm going to move it up and put it right between. I'm going to make sure that this one, and then I can start right here and come up between. See how much fun that is? And it gives you a little bit of spacing, but what a nice design. It looks, oh God, and it'd be fun all the way across your quilt or just even in the border. And then, what else is really fun? Now I have my design here. What you could do is you could start out and do up downs in this to add another little element. That's really fun. Or, well, think about this. You could fill this in with pebbles. Going inside of it. Whatever you do, just have fun. I'm trying to hurry a little bit and just not talk, but there's so many ways to enhance the designs, or you could even just do straight lines and make them straight across. Now I go along the edge, come back. I should show you the free motion way, coming back and forth. So you're not lifting up, but you're using your foot. So my foot would be my spacing. So as I go up, I'd move 1/4 of an inch and then go down and then move 1/4 of an inch back and forth, back and forth. But what a fun design that is. And it's different. All three of them are different. Do you and do what you like. All right, so let's try another template so that we have it. I thought this was really fun. This here is what they're calling, it's like a rope. It's a rope design. And you'll notice that right here we have a little piece. It's like a little puzzle piece. This is the piece that your foot will go in, and then you will close it off. So it will be closed in. So once your foot's in place, up inside, then you will close it off again, put that little piece back into place, and you can turn it either for the top, so it can go this way or this way, it doesn't matter. All interchangeable, and then you're using your lines again to explore what this is going to look like. And you're just going to go up and around and continue doing that. Okay, so now I've done that one. Now I'm going to move it to the next one. and I'm just going to line up that edge with it and keep going all the way across. So this is also another one that you could add a design element into it, or use your foot. And then here on this ruler here, it also has a little scallop. So it's a twofer is what I call this. Has two of them, and so you're just going to keep lining it up and keep going across. So rulers and templates, so much fun. And look, what we're doing is we're going across. I have my tape, I need to take that off. Okay, going across, and then you could actually use this so when you're using a ruler like this, I have noticed, I've learned something, okay? Rather than moving down so you can get your spacing right, you really want to move your way up, because that's how these rulers are made. So you'll start down and then work your way up. So let me show you. So I'd start here at the bottom, and then you want to move up. And you want to align it so that your spacing's nice and even. If you'll do that, you'll have better results using your templates. Some of them, not many of them, are made to work their way down this way because you don't have that spacing. So make sure you're working your way up, and that will be much easier. Or pre-mark. That's the other thing I wanted to talk to you about. Pre-marking your quilt. Okay, so that's fun, but then you could offset it so that these now are right here, and we'll go like this. It just makes it a little fun. So you're offsetting, and then you'll just do this. Just have fun. And then you can, do your up downs, or you could do your pebbles. There's lots of things. So have fun exploring different designs as you're quilting, and practice. I don't know about you, but I love to binge watch Netflix and TV and Hulu. Anything out there, I will binge watch. And so as I'm doing that, I'm sitting there with a pile of paper, my templates and my rulers, having a good time exploring different designs. Try it, you'll like it. I know you'll love it. All right, so let's bring it over to the frame and just talk about how we're going to move it, and just explore it there. And the only reason I'm not using my quilt is because on my quilt I made it such a long time ago, I used really some fabric that was so densely designed that you really can't see the stitching. So I put this black fabric on. I can't wait to show you what I've been quilting though on the quilt, and it's a couple of weeks from now. But I'm really excited to show you how I've been quilting it. Well, let me show you this one first and show you how it works with the foot. Now I've got my cords here. I just need to have them behave. So watch your cords, and the first thing that you're going to do, I don't need all these here. We're going to put our template down. Now whether you're coming from the top or the bottom, we just want to open this up and then put this back into place. And I suggest that we we use the tape to tape it closed as we're moving across, so that it will stay in place, and hopefully it's just nice and smooth. All right, so we're going to start right up here, go around, and then start moving, and I'll try to hold it in place. Like I said, it gets a little hard, and I want to put my foot down. Remember to put your foot down, and we're just going to start, and we're just going to explore the wonderful world of templates. Okay, so right here, I'm hitting something, so I know something's inhibiting what I'm doing, and so something's catching. All right, I don't know what it is, so we'll try. Okay, that's my cord in the back, so get your cords out of the way. I'm gonna run back here really quick. I'm sorry, that's the unhappy thing about doing live. I thought I had everything in place and everything was good to go. So let me reach down. All right. So now I have enough area for me to work with. Okay, here we go. Dang it, ruined my design. Oh well. Just bear with me. We'll keep going. We'll make it work. All right, so not the best, but we'll keep going. All right, so you notice that with the high shank, I'm using a double batting on it. So let's just go back around, all right, and keep going. So I'm just going to move it and follow your instructions and you'll be good to go. And if you have to stop and reposition your hands. Some templates and rulers can be a little bit bigger, and so you might need to. All right, so I'm going to stop it right there and then move it and reposition it. So, and then just keep going and exploring your options for how you want to quilt. So that probably wasn't the right place to start and stop. Practice, 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 but that's that one. Okay, so I'm going to undo this, get out of this. And that was a lot of fun. I will enjoy learning how to use this ruler or template. This one is a little heart one, so let's try that. So this was a little different. It was kind of fun. So this one right here, we're going to start at the bottom, okay? And as we start at the bottom, we're going to work our way that direction. So I want to make sure I have enough room. So we're starting at the bottom, then we're going to come up and come around to the top. Then I'm going to flip it back and forth. Okay, now I'm going to stop it. And now I'm just going to take my ruler and my template and slide it down underneath. I'm going to have to push it down, okay? And now you think, oh, wow, it's a little different design. It doesn't look like a heart at all. Just wait. And notice that as I move it and I have my needle in down position, I have a little thread buildup. So I'm just going to keep going back and forth just like this. And start from the bottom and work my way across. Now you can start to see the heart, okay? All right, now stop. Whoops, stop. And then we'll do the heart. This one's a really fun one. I suggest that you try it. All right, and just keep going across. All right, so there's my one little heart. That was a lot of fun. All right, and then you have this one and this one. Now, let's talk about multi-purpose rulers and templates. You will find one that you just love. I have a couple of them. This is really a good multi-purpose ruler. I love the one that comes in the Quilt Perfect ruler set. That is my go-to ruler all the time, and I didn't have one with me, but it's a 3 by 8 inch ruler. It has the quarter, the 1/8 inch markings, and you will love it. It will really help you as you're quilting your straight lines. It helps you find and define your areas. One other thing I wanted to bring up before I let you go explore the world of templates and rulers and get on the website is how to create squares and triangles, okay? When we're using rulers, it's hard for us to know where to stop and where to start when we're creating a triangle and a square. So use your Quilt Perfect ruler and draw them on first. That will give you some definitions for where to start and where to stop. Right now, when we're moving along our rulers, we have no idea where we're going to stop and where we're going to start unless we have our markings. So when you have your markings, now you know that you're going to go up to this corner here. That's where you're going to stop with the needle in the down position, and then you're going to reposition your ruler to the next spot. I've just learned that it's really important as you're quilting to use your marking tools and use them to your advantage and mark the heck out of it. If you do not feel comfortable, it will help you feel comfortable with your repositioning of the rulers and your abilities. Sorry, I'm getting a little tongue-tied here. So anyway, try it out, see what you like, and send me your emails. I would love to see what you're working on. I want to see what you do with the laser. I would love to see what you're using with the ruler and the templates, and I want to see your designs that you're making up. So email me, Karla with a K, K-A-R-L-A. I have some great friends in you, and I would really love to see what and how you're using all those fabulous tools that we're creating. And Karen Downs, she says, I learned so much watching you, even if I don't have your brand of machine. Thank you. I love hearing that, and that's what I want, the world of quilting. I love it, and I know you love it, and so let's explore it together. Next week, and Janine Dill, she says, where could she get a ruler set and by who? So here's a couple places. Go to our website and look up the Quilt Perfect ruler set. I don't know what machine and frame you have, so that's one. So go explore. On Amazon, there's some great ruler and template sets. Also go to So Steady and Westedly Ruler, and there's a link at the Grace Company, Tuesdays with Grace, that you can click on that will take you to their website, because we want you to explore the wonderful world of rulers. Man, all right. Okay, it's getting time for me to go. Let me talk to you about next week. Next week, I'm really excited. We are going to explore designs and how and where do we get inspiration for designs. So come join me next week, and we're going to explore how we get designs and create them and what we're going to do to enhance our quilting and make it better, stronger, and enhance our abilities. Hey, quilting is so much fun, and there's a whole world out there. We don't want to be tied to one little aspect doing the same thing over and over and over again. It gets boring. So let's think outside our little narrow window and our box and just jump in and learn new ways to quilt. So join me next week. I'm really excited about it. We'll have some downloads next week. Make sure you go to the links, follow them, and if you have a place that you have some rulers and templates, send me the information, because then we can pass all that great information on to everybody else. So even email me if you have a question. If you're having a problem with your machine, if you don't know what to do, I want to hear from you, because you help me learn so much. So I'll see you next week. Thanks for joining me. Have fun with rulers. Bye-bye.